Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we have a reading for you about someone who's trying to figure out why the person that they're communicating with seems to be so guarded or difficult to reach. So we have the brick wall card, and we also have the playa card. Are they just playing the field, or are they looking at other options, distracted by other people? So this seems to be about a new off and on type relationship or a situationship perhaps. But maybe there's a misalignment here in terms of intentions. Does one person want a relationship and the other one is just not serious? So we'll call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, as well as more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Dracula. How are you doing? You can also find a link to my Etsy shop if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. All right, let's dive in. We'll see what else we have with the Marigold Tarot. All right, King of Wands in the reverse and the Five of Wands in the reverse. This is a pretty quick answer to that question. Are they really that busy? I don't think they are. I think they're busy in terms of like fielding other text messages or contemplating going on dates with other people. The King of Wands, when it's in the reverse, can indicate that we have somebody who is a player, somebody who is not looking to have a long-term connection with someone, or at least not a monogamous one. And with the Five of Wands in the reverse, it's like they're trying to make it seem like you're not competing with others, and that's why they're talking about other obligations that they might have. Oh, I'm working late, or oh, I'm dealing with like a family situation. Hello, Eric. How are you doing today? So I do feel like they're being dishonest with you in terms of what is taking their time or preventing them from communicating with you as responsively as they could be. The World and the Hermit. So you're contemplating, if this reading is for you, you're contemplating whether or not it's time to step away from this person, or, maybe even like kind of be distracted yourself. And the Hermit is confirmation that your intuition is spot on. You can tell that this is someone who has a lot going for them, or that this would be someone you really enjoy their company, but it doesn't seem to be someone you should be investing in. With that Seven of Rings or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, yeah, you could put all your eggs in this basket only to find out that it doesn't really work out. Hello, Meganato. What's up? What else do we have? Queen of Rings or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Page of Rings or Page of Pentacles. So you're about to pull back from this person, or maybe even block them, because you can tell that you're interested in something that's a little bit more serious, or you want to be dealing with someone who's a bit more honest with what's going on in their life, and they don't seem to be able to offer that. So when you pull back, I feel like this person's gonna be like, wait, why aren't you like begging me for my time anymore? They're gonna notice, even though they have been slow to notice other things. Hello, Raziel. How are you doing today? So we have the Two of Wands and Strength in the reverse. This is someone who struggles with self-control. They do like to have a backup plan, or they do like to feel that there are two people, or perhaps even more, that are interested in them. So it's like, well, if one thing doesn't work out, then at least I have this other person over here who wants to give me attention, or who wants to, take me out. Hello, Gina. Hello, QS. How are we doing? I like it. What else do we have? King of Swords in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse. So they feel like it's okay for them to be dishonest, or like tell little lies here and there about what is going on or why they weren't available. Like if they were going on a date and therefore weren't checking their phone while you were messaging them, they're not going to tell you that they were actually on a date. They're going to be like, oh, sorry, I was helping my auntie, But the Four of Wands is in the reverse because you're starting to realize this is not the type of person you get into a serious relationship with. There's too much instability or variability. So I thought that we were interested in spending a lot of time together, but one day you'll give me a bunch of attention and then the next day you're gone. Hello, JR. How are you doing? Hello, Gary. How's your day? We have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Rings, or the King of Pentacles. So the thing is, they feel like you provide stability or even like a sense of comfort, even though they don't respond with that same energy. They really do seem to be a bit dependent on having someone like you that they can always message if they need to. But when you decide to pull back your energy, they're like, oh man, what? But I wanted you to always be there for me. I wanted you to always be available for messaging in case I don't have somebody else to talk to. They're going to reach back out and be like, hey, what's wrong? Why are you acting the way that I used to act? You can't do that. That's what I do. You can't copy me like that. That's rude. This is the Pulp Tarot. Let's see what else we've got for you. So I feel like they're going to overreact to you giving them basically the same energy or pulling away, because they're not truthful about, whether or not they want to be in a relationship. We have the Moon and the Hierophant in the reverse. For some of you, you are the side piece and you don't know it. They have hidden from you that they're already in a relationship. For, I would say the majority of you though, this is just somebody who tends to avoid commitment because they don't want to just be like beholden to rules for one person. They want to be able to surround themselves with multiple people that are interested in them. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, guess who? Yeah, if someone's just leaving you in confusion all the time, it's really not worth it. Hello, Rachel. How are we doing? Yes, happy Friday. So we've got the Eight of Wands and the Chariot in the reverse. So even though you're basically just mirroring the same energy, or even better, you're more honest about it, they're going to be like on your case. Like, hey, excuse me, why are you not messaging me? Why are you not blowing up my phone? Why aren't you asking me to do something? Hello? Like, I need some attention. Hello, Steven. Hello, Jamike. Hello, Third Eye. What's up? What else do we have? Four of Wands and Justice. You're ready for an actual committed relationship. You want to be dealing with people of integrity, somebody who can communicate honestly what they're interested in, Even if you're not interested in a full-on relationship, you would like to know that you're communicating with somebody who can effectively let you know what they're interested in, right? Maybe in 3 months I'll be interested in a relationship. Right now, there's too much going on. But they can't even communicate those simple things. So you make a decision and this person gets upset. I love this synchronicity here because the Queen of Swords has the sword over her shoulder, as does the lovely, I think that's Pam Grier, Justice card. If you don't want to treat me right, if you don't know how to communicate, then I'm going to have to like cut off the connection. Sorry. Adios. Hello, Rob. Hello, Kadu. How are you doing? Yes, exactly. Hello, Hidden Frames. As Rachel's pointing out there, you can put your request in a super chat and I will add you to the list. I'll be doing personal questions after the general reading, which would be in about 24 minutes. We have the King of Cups in the reverse and the Fool. But wait, you were my favorite one on the roster. You can't just like end things like that or walk away. That's like so rude. I'm making fun of them. They're mad because they don't want you to go anywhere. They want you to be like captive and waiting for them to give you attention. Hidden Frames, a lot of people like to just request for what do I need to know, just kind of like open-ended or like a wild card. I would say that's probably the most popular, or if there's a pressing issue for you. So we have Death and the Ten of Pentacles. You don't see a reason to carry on with this individual. And I don't blame you. If they are hard to reach or they are playing games with you, why would you want that? You know your value. You know what you bring to the table. So they want you to basically accept less than what you actually deserve. And they also seem to have higher standards for how you treat them versus how they expect to treat you. So walking away from this person is showing the universe that you know you deserve better, and then leads to your finding something better. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing? Hello, Mohammed. You can put your question in a super chat and I will add you to the list for after the general reading. I hope you're having a lovely day. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. They don't like it being treated the way that they treat others. They really don't. They feel dismissed. They feel ignored. And I feel like they give you a piece of their mind and you're like, oh, sorry. How is this different from what you were doing? Like, at least I'm like talking to you about it, you know? Oh, no, wait there, Di. That's awesome. You don't like doctors? We've got the Hermit. Again, sometimes the people who like to play games struggle the most with people who know how to walk away from them because it hits them at their confidence, which is why they have the roster to begin with. I have, 5 different people that I'm talking to and I, go back and forth between them so that I'm always getting some sort of fix for my attention needs, right? If you walk away, then you are basically attacking my confidence because my confidence is a tower that is built on the foundation of people wanting to give me attention. This is why it's so important to have like organic reasons to be confident that are not dependent upon external sources, right? Feel good about who you are for being who you are versus for the number of people that might be interested in seeing you without clothes, right? Thank you, Hidden Frames. I have added you to the list, and we'll be doing those in about 20 minutes. Yes, exactly. All right, this is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Exactly. Hello, Shayla. How are you doing? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Wow. So this is like one of those fake ego things where someone's very into themselves or self-absorbed, but they also have the ability to get their feelings hurt real easily if someone isn't giving them all of those like attention-seeking opportunities, right? Oh, hey, 8-Bit, how are you doing? Thank you for gifting memberships. I appreciate you. And welcome to the membership. And I did just post a members only live stream. Oh, wait, but those are for stars and tarots and towers. But I think like maybe a week ago I did the like 15-minute long one, so you should be able to see those now. And welcome to the membership, the newbies who just got gifted. 8-Bit, I've got your name written down. If you want a few cards pulled for you, let me know if you have a specific question. I'm happy to do that. What else do we have? The Hanged Man and the Six of Cups. Now this player, our, what do we call them? King of Wands in the reverse. Does not have to be a man, by the way. This is someone who is now thinking back on how nice you were to them, or, you know, how much they enjoyed your correspondence or spending time with you. Now they're upset. They're like, man, I thought you were just gonna be like okay with getting minimal attention, and I really liked how you made me feel. Or, you know, I felt like I got a lot of cool points because I was talking to you, and now I don't get those cool points anymore? Rude. Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is someone who likes to stay independent. They don't want to be in a relationship, but they are codependent because they don't feel like themselves unless they have multiple people that are giving them attention. I like that, Rachel. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Three of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Swords with like the biggest sword I've ever seen. Your boundaries are attractive. Your boundaries show others that you have respect for yourself, that you're not interested in being a member of the roster, right? So now this person is starting to look at you differently and feeling like they miss you. The next couple of months, I'm adding that for you. Awesome. I hope that goes well. To lush green trees and water, I totally appreciate that. So we'll look in on how the move will go as well. Yeah, I'm a Pisces, so I don't know if that's the reason why, but I assume it is. Why I always feel like I need to be around like a river or a lake. I think the ocean's cool too, but I think I'm more so like a lake girl. No way. I love it, Third Eye. You know, kayaking is one of those things that when I had a really rough time, I went and kayaked, and it distracted me from the frustrations I was dealing with because it works your core like nobody's business. You're like, I don't want to follow the water. I gotta use my core. Yes, I feel that. What else do we have? The Nine of Wands. Oh, they're gonna fight for you now? You'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I should have given you more attention. I know. I said that I was working, but in reality, I wasn't, and I'm sorry. They're like doing a double back here, or like a, oops, gotta switch up my plan here, gotta have a different approach because I don't want you to go away. The thing is like I really got used to being able to talk to you or really like actually like you. Okay, but like you're also obsessed with having a roster, so how is this gonna actually work? The Magician. See, I feel like even if they're honest with you about some things, they're still going to have this need for external validation. But they seem to suddenly be realizing that when they do get into a relationship, you're the kind of person they would want to be in a relationship with. So it's like, wait, hold on. Maybe I can just like do the healing thing in like, 2 days and then we can like be together? What do you think? No. You are the personification of instant oatmeal. Sometimes it's better when it takes a little bit of time. Three of Wands in the reverse, Nine of Cups. It's like they want to just like speed run through getting into a better mindset so that they can be the kind of person that you would want to be with. But they can't do that. You're actually coming through as the Hermit multiple times, which tells me you want to actually understand what's going on. You want to take your healing seriously. You have actual respect for yourself. And that's why you're okay with walking away from someone, even though you may have seen things as having potential, right? If you're not going to treat me the way that I deserve to be treated, then it doesn't matter how hot you are, how funny you are, your fashion sense, or you got a great job or stability or whatever. None of that matters because you're just going to leave me in confusion. They think they can just like hurry up and change and like fight for your love. No, you can't rush it. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. All right, let's get a few from the Path of Shadows. Yes, no, you're doing it the right way. I think rosters are unserious, right? And indicative of somebody who really needs attention from random people in order to feel good about themselves. I think especially for those who have been through an ego death or spiritual awakening, there tends to be a smaller inner circle. There's more alone time and appreciation for being able to be happy without being surrounded by people, right? Hello, Mark. How are you doing? Hello, Kim. What's up? James, happy Friday. What you doing? We've got the Mirror, self-examination, understanding, and acceptance. You are teaching this King of Wands in the reverse what real confidence looks like. They think it's being chased by multiple people. You're showing them that real confidence is knowing when to turn away, even when most other people might put up with that, right? So we also have the Fox, enigma, adaptability, and shape-shifting. They're like, I want to be like you. How do you do that? How do you just like not care what people think about you? How do you like feel good about yourself even though you don't have like 18 people telling you that you're hot? Well, like I do things that I'm proud of, or I have achievements, or I like to read and expand my understanding, or try new things like learning how to bake or roller skate. Those are healthier ways of getting that shot of confidence than a roster, right? Hello, Divine Moon. How are you doing? I do personal questions after the general reading, Divine Moon. If you want to put your request in a super chat, I can add you to the list. I feel that 8-bit. Oh, Kim, I hope you get those back. I'm sorry you're going through that. Hello, I love me. I hope things get clearer for you and that goes well. Oh no! Kim, I hope someone helps you out with that. All right, so we have Gargoyle. In stone I'm carved, let alone in the cold, always watching over, protecting stories untold. Now they think that you're like some ice queen or, you know, you're cold, overly analytical, lacking emotions because you don't feel this need to continue to be connected to them if they're not showing you respect. It's a weird like double-edged sword here, or like it's a little bit bittersweet for them because they look at it as like they admire you, they want to be able to do the same thing as you, but they're also mad because they want you to be dependent upon them. They want you to be thirsting for their attention the way that they thirst for yours. All right, this is the Connolly Tarot. Hello, Double A, how are you doing? Oh, be kind to yourself, Kim. I do hope that you're able to find a resolution. What else do we have, please? Justice in the reverse. The moon and the star. You're teaching this person a lesson through your ability to walk away. And it's not very common to have the moon depicted with somebody who's literally just standing there admiring the moon, but I'm very focused on how it's like you have your back to someone. I can find a new path. I can be happy on my own. I don't have to be interacting with someone romantically to feel good about myself. If I need to, you know, get back to healing or find a different path, that's fine. I'm not afraid to make that decision because with justice in the reverse, you ain't treating me the way that I deserve to be treated. So, like, toodaloo. Thank you for sharing that. Hidden frames. I didn't necessarily go anywhere to learn. I think it's just that I connected with the art in tarot, but there's definitely some readers on YouTube that I enjoyed and learned from. One would be, hold on, I have to like pull this out of the files because I haven't watched in a while. What is her channel name? Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy now. Really, Carmen? Sorry, I have to think about that for a little bit. Hidden, was it frames? Because my mind is very much so like on the reading right now. I did make a post, this is years ago, with some of my recommended YouTube channels. I know I watched Hidden Gems for a while. Oh, this is driving me crazy. There's two of them that are like friends, and I can't think of her channel right now. Ooh, Turning Tides. And she's friends with the one who sings in the intro. And I think her name is Kelly. That's going to drive me crazy for a little bit. But if I need to, I can come back and comment on it. You just have to be cautious about the ones that you watch. Some people are on here maybe for not the best of reasons and not as invested in helping people raise their vibration. But there are good ones out there. So we have the Hermit, the Ace of Pentacles, and Temperance in the reverse. You keep coming through with this Hermit energy, and I think I need to make it clear, you inspire other people, whether or not you know it. When you walk away, when you show people that you respect yourself, you give them the opportunity to do some self-reflection. You give them the opportunity to learn from you. Oh, maybe that's not the best way for me to feel good about myself, right? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Temperance in the reverse. Maybe I could work on myself instead of being so fixated on how other people see me. I'll let my giggle be the answer. Hello, Jeremiah. How are you doing? She did. You're right. I Love Me. Oh, yes. I've seen Baba Jolie. She's pretty good, too. Hello, Hooks. How are you doing? Especially applesauce. Don't make me crave applesauce, James. That's not very nice. I have to go to the store. Hello, yes, I'm here for some applesauce. I know I was just here yesterday. So we have the World in the reverse and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. That's so funny. So I'm hearing, what's her name? Jasmine and Aladdin singing A Whole New World. Sorry. Because it's like you're teaching this person literally from walking away. They're seeing like, oh my gosh, I could like totally do this differently. I got this all backwards. Like I'm out here thinking that everybody else gets to tell me who I am based on how they treat me or whether or not they want me or if they find me attractive. And you're over here just like doing your own thing. That's cool. I want to do it that way. So keep on doing what you're doing. It's contagious in the best way possible. And they're seeing that with this Queen of Cups in the reverse, that they've put too much priority on what other people want from them and how other people see them. It's like they're finally seeing themselves in the mirror and realizing, like, I could do this so much better and I could be happier without being like addicted to other people or addicted to attention. Six of Pentacles. They're gaining insight because of your respect for yourself. Hello, Christina. How are you doing? Hello, Sunflower. What else do we have? Eight of Swords in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. Maybe I won't feel rejected or sad about myself if I don't rely on other people. So for this connection on your side of things, you might be looking at this as, it's kind of like a waste of my time. Like, thanks for pretending like you were interested in something when you really weren't. But it wasn't a waste of time for this person, the King of Wands in reverse, because they're finally starting to see that they could take a different approach and be much happier if they weren't codependent, if they weren't, desperate for attention from other people. So whether or not you know it, you're helping someone heal because of your focus on yourself and your own healing and unwillingness to play the game or be a roster member. All right, let's get a few from the Gilded Reverie. Sounds good, third eye. I hope that goes well. Happy Friday, Christina. What else do we have? The sarcophagus. The letter and the sun. By ending things with someone or walking away, maybe even blocking them, you're helping someone to recognize that they don't need to be so fixated on other people. They don't need to be a player. They're going through enlightenment because of their connection or because of their interactions with you. Into making music. Thank you, 8-Bit. Lead to abundance. Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, 8-Bit. Has it really been that long, James? I feel like you did like 2 days ago. I might be wrong though. I have definitely been wrong before. This is like way back in like 2001, but it happened. I'm just kidding. We have the fish. Good news. You are going to have a much more positive effect on this person's life than you would probably imagine. You might walk away and just be like, ah, no big deal. But the truth is, you helped them to realize that they were wearing a mask. Oh, thank you, Mangonato. To a regular subscriber. Raziel, if you are still out there, I'm going to give you the gifted question from Mangonato. But Raziel, you have to put your question in the live chat to fully claim that. If not, I'll gift it to someone else. But thank you for doing that, Mangonato. You're teaching someone to not be a player. I love that. That's awesome. All right, we got to start those personal questions. We're going to start with Rachel, then we have Hidden Frames, and then 8-Bit, and then if Raziel is out there, I'll do a question for Raziel. Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Hello, Key Controller. What's up? Hey, Rooster. This is my not insulted face. I would encourage you, Rooster, to just go somewhere else. Okay? It ain't for you. It ain't for you. Yes, no yelling. We don't need any of that. It's Friday. Let's be in a good mood. All right, so for Rachel, what does Rachel need to know, please? 2 of Pentacles in the reverse and Temperance. World in the reverse. 4 of Wands. There's an interruption happening. With Temperance and the 4 of Wands, you're establishing a new foundation or working to bring about a new chapter. It's one where you are elevating like your own vibration, but it's also about letting go of a period of instability. Oh, I'm glad, Raziel. Let me add that for you. How much I should look forward to with Shannon. With Shannon. after our conversation last night. Sounds good. Last night. And thank you again to Manganado. Yes, thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate you. Hello, Jonathan. I hope you're having a good day. So what else do we have for Rachel, please? 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. There's energy around you that feels stressed as you work to start this new chapter in your life. It's like they're trying to cling on to you and keep you in this stagnant energy to make themselves feel better about their stagnant energy. So the easy thing to do in this situation would be to expect things to always be the way that they are currently and not recognize those 2 cups behind you. But it's like you're powering up to turn away from that old energy and start that new chapter. And someone's like grabbing you by the wrist and trying to like keep you. This is someone who is very adept at hiding their true energy. This is someone who is pretending to be like rooting for you, but really they want you to be like commiserating or feeling the same frustration as they are currently. Thank you, Dana. Let me add that for you. I hope I say this right. Did Hushin recognize me in photo? That Bond sent him. Let me know if I said that name wrong. If it's Hussian, I will update my approach to that. Hello, Abel. How are you doing? So, Rachel, this person who is smiling at you but wishing for ill or wishing for stagnation for you. This is someone who's coming through as a King of Swords in the reverse. And this King of Swords is a little bit unusual in that we have those elephant ears. So this is someone who listens quite a lot. But it's like they're picking up details in order to use against you. In order to like kind of throw darts or knives. So is this saying be cautious what information you share? Yes. So there's someone that you need to walk away from. In order to attain this Empress energy, because it makes them nervous that you're working towards this Empress energy. They want you to be like right here, right? So be a little bit more cautious with regards to who you're sharing your information with. Make sure that you can pick up on a genuine desire from those individuals in your inner circle that they want to see you do well. All right, but you are on that path. I love seeing the Temperance and the 4 of Wands for you. And the Chariot as well, because you're like, I'm ready. I'm ready for that new energy. I don't want to be stuck anymore. And you won't be. Hello, Andre. How are you doing? Hello, Arm Tux. What's up? You're welcome, Rachel. I'm wishing abundance for you. Yes, sometimes that's the right way to be, right, 8-bit? All right, let's see what we've got for Hidden Frames. What does Hidden Frames need to know, please? Knight of Chalices. 4 of Chalices in the reverse. So this is the Dragon's Tarot, by the way. So there's an offer or some, it's like charming or exciting, maybe even like an offer energy coming through to you. And this is saying, do not reject the offer or do not say no. You're going to get additional information about this. I love that we have 2 8s. We have the 8 of Swords in the reverse and Strength, which is number 8. You're getting more information to help you know which path is the right path for you. So it's like you might be tempted to say no to something. Maybe you feel like you can't handle the responsibility, or maybe you feel like it's not the right time. But this is saying you might think that, but I think it actually is the right thing for you. You have strength that you don't recognize. Because this is very much so about power, right? So with the Fool, you have this new chapter that's about to start. And even though you may be a little bit lacking in confidence when this opportunity presents itself, this is saying you got this. Do not let fear stop you. Do not believe people who may not be supportive of you that tell you that you can't handle this. Because there's someone here who is very likely a negative influence with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. It's like they're telling you, oh, you should wait. Oh, that's too much work. Oh, I don't know about that. Are you sure you can handle that? Yes, you can. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Swords. So it's actually kind of similar to Rachel's energy here. There is positive change. And this opportunity is potentially a job, or maybe you are moving elsewhere, or maybe you're ending a relationship. But someone wants to tell you that you can't handle it yet. And this person is doing you a disservice by saying that to you. So what does Hidden Frames need to know about this opportunity? Empress and the High Priestess. You already have the insights that you need to have in order to make this a success. Whether you are a woman or a man, doesn't matter. We have the Empress indicating that you have powerful energy within you that is, okay, this is a weird way to explain it, but it's how I'm seeing it. You know those, it's probably because it's the Dragon's Tarot. You know those dinosaurs that you would get, and if you get them wet, then they get like big? This is saying basically you are about to expand. You are about to like reach a higher level, but it requires not believing what somebody else is telling you about yourself. Hello, Tanya. Hello, GS. Feel free to put your question in a super chat. 8-bit, we are on Hidden Frames, which is the reading right before yours. So don't let somebody tell you what you're capable of and not capable of. This is someone who doesn't understand the magic that you possess. So believe in yourself, take a chance. And I see things getting better for you, and I see a celebration or people who do support you. Even if this one naysayer or negative Nancy is out here being like, boo, hiss, you can't do that. Shush your face, karma told me I can. So you got good things waiting for you. You just have to be like this dragon and acknowledge that you have the firepower to get through, I guess, like the crust of the earth towards Stonehenge. You got some building to do. You got some positive opportunity here, and you are more than capable of it. So trust your instincts. As the Hermit, you have the right understanding. I love that. Very positive energy here today, guys. And I wish you abundance and good fortune, Hidden Frames. Yes, exactly. Hello, Flower. How are you doing? No worries. I hope you have a delightful Friday. Love you too. All right, so let's see what we've got for 8-bit. This is the Native American Tarot. What is going to be on the horizon for 8-bit over the next few months, please? What is the energy for 8-bit for the next few months? Maiden of Blades, which is the Queen of Swords. The Corn Dance, or the Three of Cups in the reverse. The 10 of Cups, or Happy Family in the reverse. And Hosteen Coyote, or the Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's a sense of a missed opportunity here, a risk of a missed opportunity because of, I mean, this is distance. I think you even said you were considering moving closer to family. That's absolutely what's coming through. So you are capable of being much happier when you are closer to those that you love. This distance is feeling like a missed opportunity. So I see positive change coming your way because you see an opportunity and you take it. This is like someone who's saying, hey, I heard there's like an apartment for rent, super reasonable, or there's a house for sale, totally within your range, or hey, somebody's, you know, got some sky miles, they can put you on a plane. There is an opportunity that comes forth that makes it more like financially doable, or it's like, oh, okay, so the universe supports my moving. Oh, I love that 8-bit. How did I know? I just felt pulled to it. I can't explain it. Hello, Sreya. How are you doing? So even though right now you may feel like you're not getting the information that you need or the sign hasn't really fully come through, we have the smoke signals in the reverse with the 8 of Wands in the reverse. You're about to get some information coming through that makes it clear for you. This is time for me to do this. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, or the Kachina Juggler, and the 6 of Vessels, or the 6 of Cups. A reunion with people who matter to you, and a decision that is approaching you shortly. It's going to facilitate your move. Ugh, sorry guys, I have to reach these cards on the floor. So we have Death and the Maiden of Shields, or the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm a little bit uninformed, but I do feel like there's a deer woman. Am I saying that wrong? But I'm very focused on the deer in this card. So I do feel like you're going to have a dream about deer. And this is your sign. In addition to getting some sort of heads up on a reasonably priced opportunity to move. When you get this sign and when you have this dream, things start to move very quickly. But make sure that you are planning accordingly. Why is the Six of Wands in the reverse here? Because there's someone here who contradicts your own intuition. So you get this message in a dream, or you get some sort of confirmation, you get some sort of offer, and I feel like there's someone here who wants to tell you, no, you shouldn't do that. Is this family? No, this is a friend who feels like your move would be a problem for them. I don't see this as being someone in your family. So this is someone who tries to tell you how to approach this change in your life, and they have hidden motivations, or they have a reason for trying to tell you how to do this. This is someone who is going to basically be dishonest with you about something because they want to control how you approach the situation. So trust your intuition, trust this sense of, oh, this is the opportunity for me, because there's someone here, a friend or perhaps a coworker, who's like, no, that doesn't sound right. They don't know what they're talking about. This is someone who would be upset if you moved away, so it's probably a friend where you currently reside. They don't want you to leave, but you have to trust your own intuition over what this person is telling you. They're just being a little bit selfish. They don't want you to leave. It might be someone who feels like it could be a friend in the area that you want to move to. So let's say you decide, I'm going to move to this area and it's close to my family, but it's not close enough to this friend. They might be discouraging you to choose something different. Like they don't want you to be that far away. There's someone here who's thinking about what works for them versus what works for you. So just be mindful of what people's motivations are. Because this is someone who, with the Two of Cups in the reverse, or Two of Vessels in the reverse, they're thinking about themselves and discouraging something that is good for you. I give you permission, James. So just be cautious. Somebody here tells you how to approach this move with their own preferences in mind versus what would actually be right for you. And they're wrong. They're thinking about what they want instead of what works best for you. Oh, wait, we have another question. What about the music thing? Will making music be what leads 8-bit to abundance? Will this be an abundant opportunity? I like that. Because what card did I get? I get the Sundance, which if you think about dancing, don't you think about music? Yes. In particular, I see there being an opportunity for you to have success when you have music that talks about theft or loss. Perhaps in particular, a betrayal or someone who is dishonest with you. Because you have this ability to talk about something that's happened to you that is highly relatable for others. That's what music is, right? We like the music not just because the sounds make us feel a certain way, but often it's the lyrics too. So there's something that you, like a message that you have to share with others that people resonate with. Yes, I love that. So the answer is yes. And I wish you luck with that. Hello, Mac. How are you doing? Let me add Dana's question real quick, y'all. Thank you, Dana. Anything I need to know? I've added that. Thank you, Dana. And thank you, 8-Bit. Let's see what we have for Raziel. This is the, hold on, Cagliostro Tarot. Sometimes it takes me a second to find where I store that information. Oh, you're good, Mac. It's important to do that every now and then, don't you think, Rachel? All right, so thank you again to Mangonato for donating the question for Raziel. Raziel, we have, how much should I look forward to with Shannon after our conversation last night? How much should Raziel look forward to with Shannon after the conversation last night? This is quite the interesting answer that I have here. So we have the Queen of Diamonds, which is the Queen of Pentacles. But this is in the reverse. So the Queen of Pentacles being in the reverse would be like someone who is unreliable or unpredictable. And literally the words on the card down at the bottom here says dangerous and voluble woman. I've never heard of the word voluble, so I might even be saying it wrong. Voluble. But I can tell you right now that if it also says dangerous, then this is saying it's not a great idea. There's a risk here. But the interesting thing is we also have the Ten of Pentacles, and it says a favorable risk. I feel like this is saying right now, don't be looking forward to too much, because there is still something that Shannon needs to figure out. And if you give it time, if you let the investment mature, there is a possibility for better things down the line. But if you try to pursue something now, Raziel, it could be a little bit too risky. This is someone who needs to find more about themselves before they can really commit. But if you invest in a friendship, if you stay, if you keep to your intuition, you will know when the time is right. But this is not something that you can cash in right now. It's like a little bit of a gamble. Mangonato, no, but I think, wait, yes, I have. Anyone ever danced to the sounds of the washing machine? Yes, I have. Oops, you caught me. We have bird is the absolute word. Thank you for the tip. Let me write down your question real quick. Would like to know, what, if anything, is around the corner from someone's actions towards me? What to expect / prepare for? Awesome, thank you. And I have added that for you, Bird. Oop. And dropped a card. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for calling me out, Mangonato. Hello, BMF, how are you doing? Yes, but BMF is a queen in the reverse. Hello, Worst, how are you doing? Hello, Nina, what's up? No problem, Raziel. I'm gonna pull a few more cards for you though, because that was only 2 cards. Anything else that Raziel needs to know, please? We have the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Empress. Oh, I love this. Okay, so basically you have an Empress in training. The training wheels are still on the bicycle. There's a little bit of resistance to the healing process, or a little bit of procrastination when it comes to acknowledging that, hey, I need to work on that, or hey, I need to change that approach. But I believe in her. She's got this divine feminine energy within her. She's just like, what's the word? Triangulating, right? So give her a little bit of time. It's like if you wanted to have some toast and you pop the bread into the toaster, but you didn't realize that somebody turned the little dial over to like 1, which I don't know about you. I don't know about your preferences with toast, but if you give me a barely toasted piece of bread, I'm gonna be like, put it back in there, please. That doesn't work for me. I need to know that when I spread the butter on the bread, that it's gonna make that toast sound. Because, you know, you're scraping it and the butter's gonna melt all nice because it really got toasted. Not to compare your friend or acquaintance or potential love interest to a piece of bread. She's got much more depth than that, but half-cooked burrito situation. She's gonna turn into this Empress though, if you have the patience for it. She's learning after dealing with a treacherous, toxic individual and having to walk away from that. And once she gets through the healing process, we got this Empress energy that comes forward and is actually quite the attractive partner. But it's like, I gotta get through a little bit of healing first. So I love that for you. Yes. And you might be a really great companion to help with that healing, or it might make sense for you to step away and let her deal with that on her own. But time is going to help. So I love that for you. Let's see what we've got for Dana. Hold on, I think I had another one to add. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Got invited to the Golden Steer tomorrow night. Should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? All right, I have added that for you, James. Thank you. Let's see what we got for Dana. Dana, we're going to go with the Morgan Greer Tarot for you. Hello, James. How are you doing? BMF, were you telling me I need to change my preference with regards to toast? LOL. Okay. So for Dana, we've got, oh, Dana, did you tell me how to pronounce this name? Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep that live chat scrolling. I don't know if you told me, Dana. I'm gonna just apologize now if I say it wrong. I scrolled for a little bit, but I don't see it. Okay, so did H, Hushian or Hussian, I'm not sure how to say it. Did H recognize Dana in the photo that Bond sent him? Did H recognize Dana in the photo that Bond sent him? No. We have the Chariot in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. There's like something else that H, Hushian or Hussian, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, There's something else that H was dealing with at the time. So it's like my attention was divided. I don't know how to say it. Collab? It's like I was looking at this, but I had other things going on. So like other pressing things. So like I looked at the picture, but not like with my bifocals, not with my magnifying glass. So it's like I looked at what I needed to look at and then I like moved on. You know what I mean? So no, did not recognize you. He may look at the picture again. Would he recognize her after that? Yes. So the risk here is he could potentially go back to the picture and recognize you. But the chances are pretty low. I'm giving it like 40% chance. Relatively low. Because he's got other things going on. If he does, and if he does recognize her, what would be the outcome? Judgment, questions, suspicion. Like, what you got going on over there? So if he does, it's because he goes back to look at the picture and then recognizes you, but he has not as of right now. If he does recognize you in the picture, I feel he would say something to bond. He would take action. He'd be like, hey, what's this about? What are we doing here? You want to explain? He would talk to Bon about it, specifically. So would he talk to Bon first and only Bon? Yes. He would be like, yo, we need to have a chat about this. But he would be respectful to Bon about it and basically be like, let's talk about this. But that's only if he goes back to look at the picture, which, again, I see as like a 40% chance. If he does, he would talk to Bon about it and like try to be respectful towards that situation. Yes, I think you are under the radar at this time. Unlikely to be discovered. But at least he would be respectful about it if he did. And what does Dana need to know, please? What you need to know is there's someone here who feels like there is something off. Someone who feels like your mood or your presence indicates that you are hiding something. So is this somebody who's doing a little bit of investigation on Dana? No, this is not somebody who's going and looking for information. This is someone who is in the environment when something strange happens. I feel like this could be someone who is busy doing something, like a coworker who's got, you know, like a project that they're working on, or even, you know, like someone at your place who's cleaning, but they see or they hear something about you or from you, and they're like, that's weird. So suspicions are like peaked. And it's like, that seems like you're lying to me. So there's a need for you to be cautious. Like, know what's around you before you say or do something. I feel like it's you're on the phone or you're saying something and you may think that you're alone and you're not. Oh, thank you, Bradley. It's the tree of life. Isn't that cool? I have a small one too. So just be mindful when you're having a conversation, or maybe even like, you know, talking to yourself like, oh, what a, you know, make sure you know who's around you. 5 of Pentacles. You think you're alone. You think there's no one else there, but there is somebody who's within like listening distance. So If you're trying to deal with something like, you know, you're talking about your own personal business, or you're talking about your finances, or criticizing someone. Like, I once had a friend who was meaning to text me about her boss being a bee, and she accidentally sent the text message to the boss. Like, oh my gosh, Andrea is such a... See you next Tuesday. And she sent it to the boss instead. This is saying you just got to be cognizant of who's around you when you're talking, because there could be some drama that happens when you don't expect anyone to be able to know what's going on. Yes. And hello, by the way, to Bradley. Hello, Sacred. How are we doing today? All right. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, Dana. Let's see what we've got for Bird. Bird. Bird's the word. Bird would like to know what, if anything, is around the corner from someone's actions towards Bird. What, if anything, is around the corner from someone's actions towards Bird? I feel like someone's hiding their intentions from you. Someone is saying one thing but thinking another, because I've got the High Priestess and the Magician in the reverse. Is this someone who's trying to control the situation with Bird? Yes. So this is someone who is like plotting with the Two of Wands. I'm going to tell you one thing while I'm actually thinking another, or actually planning for another. I'm doing well. Thank you, Sacred. Yes. So be cautious, Dana. You can prevent that. So is this someone who is saying that they want... This is someone who's saying that they are healed from a situation when they are not. So is this to do with an ex of theirs? Yes. So Bird, what to expect or prepare for is someone saying that they are ready and focused on the present, or focused on you over a past situation to do with an ex. Keep in mind, if the person you're thinking about is an ex, they could be saying they've forgiven you, or they're over an issue with you, but they're still holding a grudge. If you are not an ex of this person, this is someone who would potentially still have a desire to address unfinished business with an ex, but not want to be honest with you about it. So we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Hanged Man. Someone who wants you to see them as the type of person who's already processed and healed from a difficult situation, but you're going to see in the near future, I would say within the next week or two, that this is someone who still has some frustrations or things they need to heal from tied to a past person that impacts how they would deal with or interact with you. So as far as preparing for this or expecting, I would kind of keep my distance. I would not put a lot of stock in what they claim is the truth about their current situation pertaining to healing. I'm ready for a relationship, or I've forgiven someone. Have you really though? Because if you ask them about it, they're not going to be honest. They're going to be like, yeah, everything's great. Everything's fine. I don't have any problems. King of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. They're lying about being over something or being done with something. I'm fine. I'm not angry. I'm not holding a grudge. I don't want to see anything bad happening. They need time to process. They need time to get over that. And they do still have some toxic issues here with someone else. So give this person some space, or do not invest heavily in a future with someone because they are still looking towards the past. And I wish you luck, Bird. I think you already have some suspicions of this, or your intuition's already kind of telling you to be a little bit cautious with them. Enjoy your nap, Raziel. Yeah, that's fair, Dana. All right, so we got James up next. This is the Blood Moon Tarot. James has an invite for the Golden Steer tomorrow. Should James go? Is it in James' best interest to go? It's a no for me, dog. We got the Hermit in the reverse. And the Page of Dreams, which is the Page of Swords. Someone's not telling you something, and this could be like, have you ever gotten an invite somewhere and you think it's just gonna be you and one other person, like you and your friend, or you going on a date? I think it would be fair to expect it would just be you and one other person, but then they bring something else, or someone else, I mean. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was a date. Why did you bring your two friends? That's a little weird. Or, hey, I thought the purpose of us hanging out was so that we could catch up. But if you bring your significant other, I don't really feel like I can talk to you about everything that I want to talk to you about. Like, I'm not friends with them per se. James, I feel like there's more to the story or to the invite than you've been told. So there could be some drama or some frustration with the Queen of Honey or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like, that person changes the whole mood. I don't want to go now. Like, you and your little tag along can go. I'll be just fine over here by myself. Thank you. There's someone they're not telling you about, or there's something they're not telling you about. Like, oh, I got a ticket for them too. Or, oh, I invited them as well. I didn't think you would mind. Oh, I mind. I mind a lot. Okay, Susan. Sorry. I've been using the name Susan a little bit too much lately. I gotta switch it up. Yes, I kind of thought you already had a little bit of suspicion on that. Hello, Devin. In case 8-Bit isn't aware, 8-Bit, you're getting a thank you from Devin for the membership. Oh, good luck, Eric. And thank you, Sabrina. So I'm feeling in a good mood. I'm going to do a freebie question for the first person who says they have a question for me, as long as it's not breaking my rules about questions. Hey, YouTuber, thank you. So hello, who would like a free question, please? And thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate you. You got it, 8-Bit. What's your question? Okay, just kidding. 8-Bit says no. Who else wants it? Anybody? I'll just keep shuffling. Oh, okay. While you guys fight over that, I'm going to do Dana's question. Will Brianna... I did that because I don't know if it's Brianna or Brianna, but I'm going to assume Brianna with the two N's. Will Brianna go through her husband's mobile soon? Will Brianna go through her husband's mobile soon? Yes. 3 of Cups. Suspicious. Like questions about who you've been spending time with. Questions about, you know, were you really at that party? Were you really working late? King of Wands in the reverse. Suspicions of getting it on with someone else. 7 of Cups in the reverse. And there is, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, some sense of clarity regarding physical interactions. Will she find anything? Initially, no, but she keeps looking, and then she does find something. She comes back and finds something. So the first time she looks, she doesn't see anything, presumably because he's deleting stuff. And then, like, the second time she comes back around and looks, she does find something. Bon lost his wallet. Is it at Dana's place? Yes, I do think it's at your place. In a weird place? 8 of Swords, which kind of makes sense because you probably would have found it already, right? Is this like in a cupboard? No. Is it under something? Yes. Check under a bed, check under a couch, under a piece of furniture like a china hutch. It's under something. But will she find it? Yes, you will find it. But it's looking to me like it fell and maybe was like kicked, or it fell and like flipped into a place that is not easily visible. Ooh, recliner cushions. That's a good idea too. You'll find it though, Dana. All right, so that freebie for 8-bit, we're gonna go with the Everyday Tarot. Will 8-bit get a mode of transportation soon? Will 8-bit get a mode of transportation soon? Yes. Very hopeful card with the Judgment. And with the 9 of Wands in the reverse, this is something that is, it's like the universe wants to make this easy for you. It's like a gift, or something is getting easier for you. Is this like an ancestor looking out for 8-bit? There's somebody here who's passed on who's looking out for you. So this mode of transportation, it may be something where you're like, yep, see, I knew my Grandpa Steve would want me to drive something like this. Or this is exactly what my grandmother would have told me I needed. Or this is the same kind of thing that my sibling had. There's something here where it's like, yeah, this is the right thing for me. But somebody's looking out for you. Someone who's passed away. And I feel like it's because they know you would go towards the family or you would be moving. So it's a little bit of assistance from beyond. I like that. I sure hope so. Did they forgive Rachel? Not yet, Rachel, but they will. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for being awesome to each other. I appreciate that. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.